Hi, everybody. Meteorologist Scot Haney in the First Alert Forecast Center at Channel 3. Nice to see all of you on this somber day, 9/11. Of course, we remember all the victims and the families of those. Just such a tragedy 24 years ago. Can you believe it's been 24 years? Wow, time is just moving by, right? But we will never forget. All right, welcome to the all-new First Alert Weather Extra, streaming right here on WFSB Plus. You can find us on Roku and Apple TV and Fire TV, bringing you even more ways to stay ahead of the weather. We're streaming live weekdays at 8 and then again at 9:30 in the evening, giving you an in-depth look at your forecast to help you plan your day and your week. So be sure to join us every morning and evening on WFSB Plus right here for our First Alert Weather Extra. Again, it is the First Alert Weather Extra. So we're talking about some really nice weather during the day today. Let's check out the the fair forecast. Yep, couple of events starting to kick in tonight. This is the Four-Town Fair and the Berlin Fair. We are expecting some really lovely weather for tonight. A little bit of cloud coverage as the front moves through dry, but no rain associated with the front. It comes through moisture starved, and it's really going to be a delightful day of weather, a nice night, and I think an even better day tomorrow. It's going to be a little bit cooler with abundant sunshine. So get out there and enjoy the fairs. Your First Alert live radar, the only live radar in Connecticut scanning dry. And there is a coastal flood advisory in effect today. Now, what does this mean? A lot of people associate coastal flooding with rain. It has nothing to really do with rain. It has to do with the fact that the wind is out of the north-northeast and it's pushing the water into the Long Island Sound. So during the time of high tide, there can be some normally higher tides, and that's between 2 and 4 today in southern Fairfield County. So just keep that in mind. Maybe about a foot above inundation, but not a big deal. All right, we're taking you into the Big E. It starts tomorrow. Can you believe it? We'll be there on Wednesday for Connecticut Day, and even Wednesday is looking good. But the fair forecast for tomorrow looks exceptional. Mostly sunny skies, temperatures in the mid-70s. Really delightful day to get your cream puffs. Enjoy the rides, enjoy the animals, enjoy everything it is that the Big E has to offer. So go and have a good time. Satellite and radar, we did have a storm system that kind of plagued us yesterday with some cloud coverage, but that was about it. And as you can see, that storm is way up into Nova Scotia and gone. So what we will be dealing with today is a wind out of the north, and the wind is insignificant, but it's that direction. So an offshore breeze will help temperatures along the shoreline get a little bit warmer than in inland Connecticut, as opposed to an onshore breeze, which typically cools things off. So as we take a look at our Rocky Hill vantage point, we had an extensive amount of fog earlier, but that fog is now burning off, which is some good news. A little bit of fog in Middletown, but that's also starting to burn off now that the sun is up high in the sky and visibility has rebounded nicely. But you'll notice that little white stretch and down the Connecticut River, that little white patch. That is the fog, that white and gray patch. So just a little bit of isolated fog. Remember, high beams don't help. Low beams certainly will. We need to see you out there. Temperatures, oh, nice. Everybody's out of the 40s now in our new hour. You can see 52 is the cool spot in Willimantic to 61 in Bridgeport. That's the warm spot, but really delightful temperatures. You might want a light jacket or a sweatshirt this morning, but you certainly won't need it this afternoon, as the temperatures are expected to get close to 80 degrees. And kids, if you're still getting on the bus, you're going to be doing so with abundant sunshine. And on the ride home, maybe a cloud or two, but not a big deal. Temperatures in the upper 70s and low 80s. The windows will be open on that bus for the ride home because it's just going to be delightful. Now, your allergy forecast does show a little ragweed and grass, but it's low Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, and that's some good news. And as we take a look at First Alert Futurecast, tomorrow's weather today shows us an hour-by-hour depiction of not a lot going on, except some cloud coverage rolls in tonight. This is all in association with a cold front that's going to tend to fall apart as it moves through the state. So again, it comes through moisture starved, a little bit of cloud coverage, and then tonight it all clears out. And tomorrow, abundantly sunny. We're talking about a really lovely day of weather. And that carries right on into Saturday. So there's that area of low pressure that I was talking about. It moves to the right-hand portion of your screen. And you'll notice the frontal boundary falling apart, that blue barbed line up over New York. You see how it dissipates as it moves into Connecticut. So that's why we're only calling for a little bit of cloud coverage, and then high pressure rolls in for Friday and for Saturday, and then it'll start relinquishing control on Sunday. So here are your headlines. Brighter, warmer today. It's great for Friday fairs and football. Whatever it is you're doing tomorrow, you've got perfect weather to do so. And then the weekend starts dry on Saturday, but could end with showers on Sunday, particularly late in the day on Sunday into Monday. The models are uncertain, so we will certainly continue to pass that information along to you as it comes on in. Torrington, wow, look at how beautiful it is in Torrington. Temperatures out there in the, again, the low to mid to upper 50s to near 60. We are down from where we were 24 hours ago, not significantly. Willimantic, you're down 8 degrees. That's the worst of it, but everybody else is generally between 1 and 3 degrees cooler than 24 hours ago. Dew points, they're comfortable. They're in the 50s, in the low 50s, which means not a lot of humidity out there. And the dew point trend is really our friend. Doesn't really get muggy anytime soon, which is some good news. Wind speeds are calm this morning, and that's pretty much the way they'll stay all day. Now, yesterday, we were going for a cooler temperature, but we did get a little bit more in the way of partial sunshine, and that boosted the temperatures up to about 75 degrees. There was no rain yesterday. The last time we had rain was Sunday, and you remember Sunday. It was kind of wet. Now, the chance for wet paws today, tomorrow, and Saturday is low. Those doggies will be out there walking on dry pavement, which is good news. And the forecast for today calls for abundant sunny skies. Some clouds will take over this evening with the advance of that cold front, but it shouldn't be too much of a big deal. And again, it comes through moisture starved. You'll see the clear skies along the shoreline. Just a really delightful evening after a day of 80 to 82 degree temperatures. So if you're playing some golf today, good for you. You are going to be enjoying a lovely day of weather with mostly sunny skies. Forecast highs today, brighter, seasonably warm. The sun was up at 6:27, sun sets at 7:07. We're taking a look at some really lovely weather during the day today. Now, tonight, the temperature is pretty equivalent to where we were this morning in the upper 40s and low 50s. We'll call it partly cloudy and then mostly clear late. And as you can see, the temperatures will be a little on the cool side, a little bit cooler than average. 56 is the typical overnight low, and 78 is the normal high. So we're going to be above that today, below it tomorrow, right there on Saturday, right there on Sunday. Pretty close to it on Monday, and then Tuesday and Wednesday a little bit above by a degree or 2 or 3 by the Big E Connecticut Day on Wednesday. You'll notice the overnight lows come back into the 50s. Not a whole lot of 40s out there with the exception of Friday night into Saturday morning in the northwest and northeast quarters. So all in all, it's a pretty good looking forecast, and as you can see there, the shoreline highs a little bit warmer today, but then they're a little bit cooler for the remainder of the 7-day forecast. And that's a check of your First Alert forecast. Again, we want to welcome you to the all-new First Alert Weather Extra, streaming right here on WFSB Plus. Again, you can find us on Roku, Apple TV, and Fire TV, bringing you even more ways to stay ahead of the weather. We're streaming live weekdays at 8 a.m. and again at 9:30, giving you an in-depth look at your forecast, help you plan your day and week. Be sure to join us every morning and evening on WFSB Plus for our First Alert Weather Extra. And that is a check of your First Alert forecast. I hope you have a great, safe, and healthy day. You've been watching First Alert Weather Extra with Meteorologist Scot Haney in the First Alert Forecast Center. Have a great day, everybody. Take care.